Hello friends, and this is Catherine. I am in the process of trying to film a video here on my front porch, and these two are causing me all kinds of trouble. Yeah, probably even gonna, yes, Romeo. This is Romeo. He's very likely going to be the one who knocks down my tripod. And right now he's gonna get up into my chair. So we'll see how this goes. Anyway, today I am trying to do a video, and I have two of my three cats here to help out. Hello, Romeo. He is the one who has stolen my spot on the chair. It's usually this one, but right now her attention is going to attacking a leaf and scratching her claws on the house. All right, so these two are very much doing their very best to cause trouble. It's a very noisy day around here, a lot of banging in the background, but we'll do our best. And anyway, I'm going to try to do this video despite these two interlopers. Hello friends, I'm Catherine and welcome to my channel, Homestead in the Woods. It's kind of a noisy afternoon here. You can hear the banging in the background, so hopefully you are able to hear me. If not, I guess I'm going to have to do a voiceover on this video, so we'll see how it turns out. So this video is going to be a little bit different because it's going to contain a combination of a variety of things that we have done this fall that don't really include gardening. For instance, we took a very short vacation and went and visited some of my in-laws, my husband's family, and we were able to pick apples at their apple orchard. So I'll be making some applesauce later on this week. And we also took a flight, a very short flight on the smallest plane I've ever been on, to Beaver Island in Michigan, where we spent two days and nights there on that island. And the other thing that we did on the mainland side over in Charlevoix, Michigan, we discovered something called the mushroom houses. And so I'll share that with you as well. But what I wanted to talk to you today, hi Romeo, yes, you're wanting to be part of the video, I know. What I wanted to do in this video today is just talk about some of the decorations that I've got here on my front porch. Romeo, please. Oh my goodness. So you can see that I've got some flowers in the back here, and I've got pumpkins and what I think most people consider to be just decorative gourds, because you see them only in decorations, or you might even see them in the grocery store and not know what to do with them. So, Romeo, please. So anyway, I thought I would talk about these. All of these squashes here are edible, and all of them are very delicious. Oh, no, you're biting me. Stop. Dude, come on, get down. Get down. So, you even drooled on me. So I am going to show you each one of these squashes and talk a little bit about how you prepare them and what they might taste like. Some of these are probably familiar to you. You've seen them in the grocery store. But others you thought just were for Halloween decorations or something, if you did see them in the grocery store at all. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and get started here and show you some of these. Yes, Romeo, are you going to help me with this? Oh, that one's almost rolled off the porch. All right, this particular squash is called a speckled hound. I don't know why. They've been around for a long time, but these are called speckled hounds, and they come in a couple of different ways. This is also a speckled hound, and I'll show you up close what they look like. There you go. Very interesting squashes. These are absolutely delicious. So the speckled hound has very orange flesh inside. It's a hard squash, and it will stay fresh in a cold storage situation for many months in the wintertime. Once you take it inside, then it starts to degrade because of the warmness that most of our homes are being kept. But for cold storage, this will last many months. It's a very hard squash. You need a good sharp knife to cut this open, but when you do, there's beautiful seeds inside. And I'm going to show you just a clip in a second here of what those seeds look like. I've already cooked one of these, and we had a beautiful, just a squash that was roasted in the oven, and I mashed up the flesh, some salt, pepper, butter, and it was absolutely delicious. And I've also made a pie with this. Now, it looked like a pumpkin pie, and I told my husband, oh, Romeo, get down. I told my husband, I made you a pie, and of course he thought it was pumpkin pie. And so after he was done eating the first slice, I said, well, that's not exactly pumpkin. And he said, well, what do you mean? I said, well, it's a squash called speckled hound. And he said, you mean I just ate speckled hound pie? And I said, yes, you did. And he said, well, it's delicious. And it absolutely was. So this is really a nice substitute. And pumpkin is full of a lot of water. And so because I know for pumpkins, a lot of times you pay by weight also. And the bang for your buck is in this type of squash. And it's much more flavorful than regular pumpkin. The next one, if I can get it. This one you may or may not have seen in the grocery store. And this is a buttercup squash. And it actually tastes very much like the speckled hound. It is very orange inside, very delicious flesh, and it's hard, just like all the other winter squashes. And good sharp knife, cut it open. Again, you have some nice large seeds inside. You roast it in the oven, and you can just scoop out the flesh and mash it, salt and pepper, butter, absolutely delicious. So this is a buttercup squash. Not quite sure why they call it that, but it's good. This one is a dumpling squash. It kind of looks like a buttercup squash, but it doesn't have that little dome. And so this is another very orange squash, very delicious. You cook it in the same way. It's a hard squash, good sharp knife, cut it open, scoop out the seeds, and roast it in the oven. And again, you can just have squash puree to eat with salt, pepper, and butter, or make it into a pie. You can make pasta sauce with it. You can make risotto with it. And I'm going to be doing some recipes with these squashes as I go along. But beautiful, tasty squash to have. Now this one, it looks a lot like a butternut squash, but it is a honey nut squash. Now I have not yet tried this. I recently picked this one up at an Amish farmer's market. And I stopped off at the farm and, got some other things, but also picked these squashes up. I got a couple of them. So I'll be doing some recipe with these soon. And so you will see what I'm doing with those. But it's supposed to be like a butternut squash, but even sweeter. So I'm really looking forward to that. This is a spaghetti squash. Many of you have tried them already. Maybe you haven't. But they're very common to find in the grocery stores throughout the year. And you cook it in the same way. It's a much lighter color, a milder flavor, and you cut it open, scoop out all of the seeds and the membranes, roast it, and as soon as it's roasted, while it's still hot, you take a fork and just scrape out the flesh inside, and it comes out like spaghetti, which is why it's called spaghetti squash. It doesn't really taste like spaghetti. It's a very neutral flavor, and you can add just butter, salt, and pepper to it, and it's delicious. Or you can add pesto sauce or any kind of a red sauce or Alfredo type sauce, anything like that. And there's a lot of other things that you can do with spaghetti squash too, but that is what that is. This big one is a Hubbard squash. It is a blue Hubbard squash, and you may have seen these in the stores around winter time, around Halloween. And again, a lot of people use it in decorations, but it doesn't really carve well like a pumpkin would. This also cooks up very nicely. I give you a little bit closer look to it. There it is, fairly heavy. And so the Hubbard squash, you cook it like all of the others, roast it in the oven. All of these squashes too, by the way, you can peel them, cut them open, scoop out all the seeds and membranes, and cut them in chunks and can them with just some water or broth, and they can be preserved in that way. This pretty much is going to taste a lot similar to the other squashes that I've already shown you. So we'll do a recipe with those at some point in time. What else do we have? All right. This is a pumpkin, but it's a pie pumpkin. And it's just that the flesh has a little less water in it, and it's a stronger flavor. So it makes a really nice pie, which is why it's called a pie pumpkin. You can certainly use that large type of pumpkin for pies, but it's going to require a little bit more seasoning, and you definitely need to get a lot of the water out of it after you've cooked it. Just, squeeze it out, because if you don't, you're going to have a soupy pie if that's what you're going to be making. My cat is here attacking my buttercup squash. Okay, here's another one. Butternut squash. Very much shaped like the honey nut squash. This is the butternut, this is the honey nut. Again, the honey nut is sweeter than the butternut, but this is really very good. Very orange flesh, very sweet, can be used in a number of ways. My understanding is that the honey nut was bred between a butternut squash and another type of squash, and I'm not remembering what it was, but anyway, a sweeter flesh in the honey nut squash. If this is the first time I've seen them, so again, for me it will be a new opportunity, but if you do see them, I would definitely try it, because the flesh is much sweeter, as I understand, than the butternut squash. Okay, and this will be it. This is a red curry squash, and it's spelled K-U-R-I, curry. And this has a very lovely flesh inside, bright orange, and makes an excellent pumpkin type pie. You can use any of these squashes for anything that you would normally use pumpkin for. So there you have it. It's a delicious way to eat in the fall, and these very much will last in a cool, dry place, and you'll still have them in spring and be able to use them, which we do plan to do. I don't think I have ever met a squash I didn't like, and so I'm really looking forward to using these. Now, they are out on my front porch, and the reason for that is, well, their decoration, definitely, but also because we're in northern Michigan, we haven't had any freezes yet, but it is starting to get cooler, and so these squashes prefer to be in a cool environment, and as soon as I take them into my house and put them on the counter, they will start to decline and decay. So that is why they're out here, and I've got Romeo back to visit again. Okay, dude. Oof. Well, I think I'm done with this part of the video now, so for the next part of the video, you're going to be seeing my drive back from town. I went to town yesterday. Ouch, dude. I went to town yesterday, and I filmed the beautiful foliage on the way back. It's absolutely gorgeous, and I just put it to some music, so enjoy the ride. I'm going to deal with this bad catitude right now. Yeah, you have a bad catitude, Romeo. Bye. It's a beautiful fall foliage autumn day, and I'm heading home from being in town, and I thought you might enjoy seeing the scenery that I'm seeing right now. somebody else's property, right? Hitting up. Oh yeah. We're just helping the dirt. Every which way. Hey, that's cheating! You could fling a pumpkin with that. I don't know if you can get it out. See, that's what I would do. What is the water? The Flat River. That one jumped up in the air.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're jumping. Oh yeah, you can, right along the bank you can see them. See that one?
Kind of salmon.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
The leads here.
Too bad I had the camera. No, I was zeroing in on the water. Earlier, if I had not done that, I would have gotten the bird.